Hello, my name is Preston Hedden, and over the next few minutes I will be sharing with you my findings of my SWOT analysis of the Beef and Bottle restaurant. So I actually attended this restaurant on March 30th for my birthday. This was for dinner. This was my first time visiting there. However, it was not my parents' first time. They have been there many times before and highly recommended it. So while I was there, I observed the employees working there, especially my specific waiter. I looked at the atmosphere as a whole, the food itself, and while I was visiting, I also looked at some potential opportunities as well as weaknesses and threats for the company as well. So the main strengths I noticed were the atmosphere was very elegant and probably the best atmosphere in a restaurant I have ever seen. It was dark, but there were little light sources at every individual table that made it well lit enough to see, but didn't strain your eyes at all. It was very relaxing and very calming. The decor was very elegant and timeless. Timeless is just the perfect word I could use for this. It was an excellent decor, and it really made me feel comfortable and happy while I was in there. The waiter really treated me extremely well and visited my table many times and never let any of our water glasses get even close to empty. We always had water, and they were very attentive to us. It really seemed like each individual waiter just had one table almost. It looked like they were really giving us all their time and effort. And this was very nice, very nice. The service is just definitely another strength. I would say that really went into really what makes their restaurant such a high quality and highly touted restaurant in the Charlotte area. So some weaknesses I would have to get into would be that the restaurant, it really, the bathrooms itself in the restaurant were small, quaint. They were just one men's, one women's, single-person bathrooms in the upper stairway in the central location in the restaurant, with a bathroom sink right outside both that everybody shared. Now, I did like how the bathroom sink was outside of the restrooms. It made the bathrooms probably less crowded than they could have been. And if you didn't have to use the restroom, you just needed to wash your hands, you could just go wash your hands. You didn't have to wait on the restroom. This was very nice. But the bathrooms themselves were old, small, and I believe they could use an upgrade. As well, the restaurant is in an old building. The old building itself it's on a busy street in Charlotte, so the location is not the best to get to, but it is historic. This is a positive, I would say. But overall, the old building and the busy street it sits on would be a big negative for me. The main opportunities that I really have gathered from my SWOT analysis would be that they need to reach a larger advertising audience. I believe that, as I've lived in Charlotte most of my life, I'd never heard of this restaurant until just recently when my father told me about it. I believe that they have a very large local fan base, but I also believe that there are a lot of people who don't know about it that would love this restaurant. I believe there are a lot of people moving to Charlotte, as Charlotte is a very large, fast-growing community, and there's going to be a lot of people coming in that don't know about it or don't hear about it, and they need to be told about this restaurant so that they know to go visit it, and here their fan base just keeps growing. I would also say that they should expand some. I believe that opening one more restaurant in a nicer, newer building in a nice area would not really hurt or take away any customers from the original location. I believe the original location needs to stay where it is because it's historic and people know it's historic. It's been there since the 50s. It actually burned down at one point, and they rebuilt it. So I believe this is a really historic building and needs to stay there. But a nicer new building in potentially the South Park area would be very nice, I believe. Some threats I would notice would be that the larger chains such as Ruth's Chris, they have more national brand recognition than the Beef and Bottle. So naturally people think of them more if they don't know of the Beef and Bottle when they want to go to a nice steakhouse. I believe this is a big threat to them, as well as the location, like I said earlier. The location, they sit on a very busy street. Trust me, I know. It's very hard to get there during traffic time, which during the week, that happens to be during dinner time. It's very hard to get to, and I believe that is a big threat as customers might not want to take the time or effort into sitting through the traffic to get there. Now, overall, I had an extremely pleasant experience there. I will definitely be going back, and it is now one of, if not my favorite restaurant, especially in the Charlotte area. I left extremely stuffed and satisfied with the wonderful food I ate. The establishment itself has an excellent model, and I believe that they are the gold standard of Charlotte area restaurants, and they will be still the gold standard for many, many years to come. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it.